Hey everyone, it's Mike Nelson again, now with the channel Real Estate Agent Fanatics. Super excited for you guys to join us for today's episode. Today we're going to be the topic of don't become a real estate agent if... Hey, please subscribe to our channel here. The subscription button is below. Click the notification bell. Also, you can get a hold of me for anything you desire. Feel free to contact me at Calendly/Mike Nelson IHG. Hey, so we're gonna come back and bring you some of the topics and the content below here. So one of the things we wanna talk about today, as we alluded to, is please don't become a real estate agent if you think this job is easy. Do not join this business. Do not waste your money. Do not do that if you think, oh, I can just walk in and clients are gonna flock to me. Oh, my friends and family are just gonna use me, right? Just because they know who I am. Do not do that. This is one of the toughest jobs, and if you know anything about me, I went through military boot camp. That was pretty well 6 weeks of hell. Yeah, I was the Air Force, so it wasn't quite as bad as the Marines. However, it was still not a fun experience, although I learned a lot from it. Made me a better person, and I bring that to light because this is harder than what boot camp was. Maybe boot camp was harder in the 6-week turn on things as far as physical and things like that. However, long term, this has definitely been a much tougher thing than 6 weeks of boot camp. So do not get in this business if you think it's easy. Number 2, if you are not mentally tough, just like military boot camp, you had to be mentally tough to get through that 6, 8, 12 weeks, depending on what era you went in and what branch you went into the military. If you're not mentally tough, you will get knocked on your tail more times than you can think that you would get knocked down. So I'm here to tell you, if you're not mentally tough, there are a lot of people in this business that are just not mentally tough. Most of us see failing forward as something that's important and necessary. Others use it as, this isn't the job for me, this is too hard. They have the victim mindset. So if you're not mentally tough, I'm telling you right now, do not get into this business. Number 3, if you're not paid consistently, you are not paid consistently and you're not paid right away. If you get into this business with no money and all your life savings went into getting your license, well, think about it. Think about it hard. It's gonna be 30, 60, 90 days before you land that first piece of business. It's gonna take 30 days or so to find them a property. It's gonna take 30 days to close it. I'm a big believer when people look to join the team or those that just wanna talk about getting into real estate, you need ideally 6 months of reserves. That's my guess. I mean, that's my statement. I like to do 6 months of reserves. Probably get away with 3 months, yet 6 months is really more ideal. The fourth kind of topic is if you don't like to fail. If you're a person that gets in their own head, if they are the loser type mindset of just like you hate to fail, you get all tight, you get all like head casey, you get all victim mindset, man, like I said before earlier, you're gonna get knocked off your feet more than you thought, right? I guarantee it. So the question is, do you have the perseverance mindset? Do you have the grit? Do you have the, I'm so pissed off right now that I'm gonna conquer this thing? That's what you're gonna need to have to be successful in this business. Learning based, that's the 5th topic here. You've got to be learning based. It's just like going to school. You're learning a new profession. You're learning hopefully to be a business owner and not just a real estate agent. I'm out there constantly. I mean, I travel at least once a month. I hang out with some of the elite in real estate, and why do I do that? Well, 1, for networking, but 2, when you go through your career, you're gonna have different needs to fulfill your business. When you first start, it's like, geez, how do I go get a piece of business? I don't even know what to do. Geez, how do I write a contract? I don't even know what to do. There's those startup type agent learning you have to do. How do I run open houses, right? All those things. Then you're gonna naturally move into other phases of your business. Oh man, should I be creating an LLC? Should I be, creating an EIN number? Oh man, how do I maximize my taxes? Eventually you get into investing. How am I looking at my profit and loss statements? What should my profit margins be? I mean, this is a business where you're on your own, and if you don't go out and seek counsel or seek learning, how do you know if you're doing it right or wrong? I know a lot of agents that will tout really big numbers, and at the end of the day, they're embarrassed because they won't release what their actual profit is. And it's great to say you did $3 million in gross revenue or gross commission income, but when you only have $10,000 to your name, not real great. I would say those people don't have good coaches, they don't have good learning, or they're just ego and they just want to walk around on stages and tell you how awesome they are. Behind the scenes, there's sometimes a different story. The last thing that I would say, which is kind of our sixth thing, don't get into real estate if you want a flexible schedule. That's the biggest thing I laugh is. The three things I always hear is, I love houses, I love people, I want a flexible schedule, and I want to be my own boss. That's awesome. Let me tell you right now, when you're starting up anything, think about it. If you're starting up a weightlifting regimen, if you're starting up a marathon, if you're starting up a business, anything you're gonna do, it takes time. It takes extra effort because you're not used to having to function in that world. You've got to really spin up and spin up hard. So when I first got started, I was probably working 6 days a week, 10 to 12 hour days. Didn't see my family a whole ton. They supported me through that process because they believed in the possibility of us really making this a successful venture. So a lot of kudos go out to them. However, with that being said, I see too many people that are like, well, I worked 8 hours today, but I got an hour of laundry done. I had to take my kid to school. Johnny forgot his lunchbox, so I had to go to school and take Johnny his lunchbox. Whatever. That's not a full-time, all-in, go get it if you want to be successful at the highest level. Some of you may not. However, I'm just talking about kind of the high power, super successful, 10% doing 90% of the business type mindset. So hopefully that was helpful for you all today. I just wanted to kind of go through the what if and don't get into this business ifs. So if you have any questions, any comments, click the subscribe button, notification bell, get a hold of me on calendly.com/Mike Nelson IHG. Until the next video, thanks for spending time with me.